Welcome back to TMZ Live. Miss America, former Miss America, Mallory Hagan is bouncing back after she was, I would say, collateral damage in a scandal that came out last year. There was some leaked emails from former Miss America CEO Sam Haskell, where he was referring to Mallory as talking about her putting on weight. He referred to her as huge.
It cost Haskell his job.
Yeah, it said
he resigned.
Some awful things. But you know what? Mallory bouncing back in a big way, and no longer in the pageant world. She's moved on to politics, and like I said, I'm not sure which one is, as we said, is dicier.
It's more treacherous.
Yes, being in the pageant world or politics, but she is running for Congress in Alabama, and she's going to be going up against an incumbent who's been seated there for a long time. So let's talk to Mallory and see how she's going to get this done.
Hey, Mallory.
Mallory Hagan joining us right now. Welcome to TMZ Live.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
We're good. So what inspired you to run?
Well, I think that looking at the numbers of Congress, we see that there are 84 women in Congress, and only 4 of them are younger than the age of 40. And so from a gender standpoint and a generational standpoint, I'm not being represented in our House of Representatives. And so after I realized the power of my own voice through the scandal that the Miss America organization had over the last couple of months, some people came to me and said, hey, this might be an opportunity for you to throw your hat in the ring. And, you know, we're seeing that Alabama is consistently in the bottom of education and healthcare. And these are things that everyone across the country cares about. So I figured this is the time for me to put power to my voice and say, I want to sit at the table.
Okay, so, you know, the critics are going to say, okay, she was in the Miss America pageant, and now she's running for Congress. That doesn't qualify her. To that, you say what?
To that, I say I've spent the last 5 years of my life being an advocate for children across our country. And during my time as Miss America and beyond, I've lobbied Congress. I actually was able to restore funding in the 2014 budget for child advocacy centers across our country. And in addition to that, I've testified for Aaron's Law. So I'm no stranger to advocacy. And on top of that, being able to travel this great country and across the world over the last 5 years, meeting people from all socioeconomic backgrounds and industries, I have my finger on the pulse of what America is and how we're really not that different no matter where we live. And so I think that, you know, I have a lot of really wonderful experiences that would be really useful in the role of a U.S. Congresswoman. So,
Mallory, I hear you. It sounds like you're well versed on the issues and your platforms that you're going to be bringing up during the campaign. I'm curious what the difference is between. Look, obviously, pageant contestants go through coaching to get ready for the question and answer segment. You're also going to be going through coaching for this when you have debates, as the primaries are coming up in June. Does it feel the same at all sometimes when you're going through some of that coaching?
It's honestly, it's very similar. But the good news is that it doesn't take a whole lot of coaching if you're someone who's prepared for the job. So sure, am I learning more vast policy? Absolutely. And am I spending a lot more time reading and comprehending these things than I did before? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I'm going to remain true to who I am and what I believe. And the point of this is to be a representation of Alabama's 3rd Congressional District. And that's what I plan to do. So not only am I formulating my own opinions, but I'm taking the time to listen to our constituents. I have listening sessions set up. I've already had one on race relations and institutional racism here in Alabama. I have another one coming up on healthcare. So this is about representing these people and formulating the opinions based on what it is that they want to see happen. So that doesn't take a whole lot of coaching so much as it takes a lot of listening. Okay,
can I ask you a question that was on everybody's mind in Congress not too long ago, and I realize this was the Senate, not the House, but can I ask a question?
Sure.
If you were in a different body, if you were running for Senate and you were there, would you, if it came to it, if push came to shove, would you have voted to expel Al Franken?
You know, I think that I would. I am someone who has advocated for child sexual abuse awareness, and many of the women in my family have faced both child abuse and assault. And I'm not sure of the circumstance of which he thought he might have been joking in those scenarios, but at any rate, that behavior is unacceptable, and we need to be setting a precedent for the future moving forward.
Okay, well, look, we don't endorse candidates on this show, and I'm not endorsing you by any means, because that's not what we do. But I will say, you're mighty impressive.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's been a pleasure to talk to you guys.
Well, good talking to you. We're going to follow this. We're real interested.
Wish you the
Thank
best
you.
of luck. So, like we said, primaries are in June, and then obviously election in November. We'll be in touch. Good luck, Mallory.
Good luck, Mallory.
Have a good one.
You too. She is.
Yeah.
She's super impressive.
By the way, she's also does what we do. She does TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah, morning anchor. Or she was. I don't know if she's still doing it, but.
Well, could you imagine if you ran for Congress after doing this show? Anyway.
Even before doing this show, it would have been bad.
We're going to take a break.
Okay.